A frightening presence has surrounded Jacob Fatu ever since his debut under Triple H's rule. Throughout his reign, the King of Kings has emphasized the Samoan werewolf's untamed might and power. Jacob Fatu is now caught up in the feud between the bloodline families, siding with Solo Sikoa in their fight against Roman Reigns and the Og bloodline. There have been rumblings recently that Triple H may have abandoned Fatu's undisputed WWE title fight as a significant project. It seems like the emphasis has shifted to speeding up the Og bloodline reunion plot. Reports from Zero News state that Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu were formerly mentioned as possible opponents in a WWE bout. The source gave this information in reaction to a previous story that said Cody and Jacob were about to fight. Even though the American Nightmare is no longer involved with the bloodline plot, the source said that the Stamford-based promotion did explore this match in the past. According to the source, Jey Uso's quick reunification with the Og bloodline probably led to the cancellation of a bout between Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu. Zero News tweeted, due to them rushing Jey back to bloodline, implying that WWE rearranged their plans to have Jey back on the roster as soon as possible. This possible bout would have included the undisputed WWE Championship, which Cody now holds, giving the Samoan werewolf a huge chance. In a dark battle for the undisputed WWE title, Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu squared off on Monday Night Raw during a Philly street fight. Since dark battles never result in championship changes, particularly when a world title is at stake, it seemed certain that the American Nightmare would emerge triumphant. If what we've heard is true, however, we have to wonder when Triple H will formally book Fatu for a world title battle. It is now believed that the Samoan werewolf will continue to play a significant role in the Bloodline storyline until next year's WrestleMania. The Survivor Series War Games storyline between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa is far from over. At WrestleMania 41, Triple H may arrange for Reigns and Sikoa to face off in a singles bout as part of the showcase of the Immortals. This might be the last chapter. This means that the family storyline will take priority for the time being, and it's possible that Jacob Fatu won't face for the world title until after WrestleMania 41. Jacob Fatu has lately been the subject of the endless speculation that engulfs the WWE Universe over possible roster signings. Being a member of the illustrious NY wrestling family, Fatu has created waves in the wrestling world, earning a reputation as a charismatic powerhouse and a dominating force in Major League Wrestling, MLW. Fans have naturally been curious about when he may join WWE, particularly because Triple H has a history of developing performers into household names. Fans are wondering why such a wonderful chance would have failed, as new rumors indicate that WWE may have planned for Fatu plans that were later discarded. One possible explanation might be the delicate balancing act that Triple H encounters when introducing fresh talent to WWE's existing roster. Take a look at these reasons why Jacob Fatu may not have had his WWM moment yet. Jacob Fatu has had an absolutely remarkable career in wrestling. He proudly follows in the footsteps of other NY family members, like as The Rock, Roman Reigns, and the USOs, as the scion of Samoan wrestling royalty. Fatu has captivated wrestling fans across the globe with his combination of physical prowess, speed, and personality. His 819 days as MLW World Heavyweight Champion are especially noteworthy. Fans thought he would be a great addition to WWE due to his family tree, particularly because Triple H has shown an interest in individuals with strong wrestling histories and established identities. Fatu is a much-anticipated possibility for WWE because of his terrifying ring presence, combination of aerial maneuvers, and tremendous smashes. As Triple H has a history of supporting artists with fresh perspectives, it's easy to see why Jacob Fatu would be a good fit. He has a distinguished wrestling pedigree and has shown that he is a multi-talented performer who can hold his own in both the ring and the microphone. Fatu seemed like a good match for WWE because of their dedication to having a diversified roster full of outstanding people. Another consideration is the time factor. The creative vision of Triple H has led to WWE's roster expansion, particularly with the success of the Bloodline storyline with Roman Reigns, the USOs, and Solo Sikoa. By including Jacob Fatu, WWE could have added fresh, intriguing dimensions to the Bloodline angle, which has already created one of the most captivating tales in recent memory. Many fans thought he would enter WWE to strengthen the Bloodline or cause chaos, depending on his style and history. This would lead to interesting alliances and conflicts that WWE fans would want to see. The fact that Triple H, who is very good at telling stories, would probably consider Fatu as a treasure trove of material for creating new storylines in WWE further adds mystery to the possible shelved plan. Although it's only conjecture, the present status of the Bloodline storyline and WWE's overcrowded roster might be the main reasons for deferring Fatu's possible debut. WWE's biggest programs, Raw and SmackDown, have limited exposure for fresh talent because to the hectic scheduling schedule. Bringing in an influential figure like Fatu might throw off the balance of power in an industry where famous actors compete for little screen time, perhaps putting talented actors on the back burner. Another creative consideration is how WWE stories might use Jacob Fatu. Intertwined with the already intricate and multi-layered plot of Bloodline are the relationships of Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, and others. Integrating Fatu into the tale without disrupting the current plot might be a logistical problem for Triple H and his staff. Another consideration is whether Fatu's dominating approach would mesh well with WWE's narrative structure. Fatu was presented in MLW as an almost invincible force. Nevertheless, her persona may be more challenging to adjust to in WWE, where new recruits are often introduced gradually. Since Fatu is known for his dominating wrestling character, this might force him to adopt a slower trajectory. The fact that Fatu has been dedicated to MLW for a long time is another possible reason why his aspirations to join WWE were interrupted. Fatu has earned his profile and following on the independent circuit, in contrast to WWE's history of recruiting from other organizations. When negotiating with WWE, his ties to MLW and commitment to its fandom may have been taken into account. Because of his prominent role in MLW and his devotion to the promotion, Jacob Fatu may have been hesitant to commit to WWE, where he may have to undergo character transformation. Fatu would have to give up some creative freedom under a WWE deal, which is a tough decision for someone like him who has found success thanks to his own approach. In addition, he may not be able to consistently attend WWE events due to schedule difficulties or contractual responsibilities with MLW. Because of his reputation in the wrestling scene, Fatu may have been hesitant to sign with WWE for fear of damaging his ties with other independent companies. Even though Jacob Fatu's WWE debut is now on ice, there is still a chance he may make an appearance. When WWE's creative staff recognizes the potential in bringing a one-of-a-kind talent into the company, they often reevaluate their talent acquisition strategies. Fatu has the charm, history, and skill that might make him an excellent addition to WWE in the future, and Triple H is known for enjoying wrestlers that offer something unique to the table. As is often the case in wrestling, timing is key. As the plot of the Bloodline series develops further, Triple H may be planning to introduce Fatu at the perfect time to make the most of his influence, without watering down the plot. The WWE Universe is well aware that sometimes holding out on a debut may lead to a more substantial reward, particularly when characters and storylines are allowed the room to naturally evolve. Fans should anticipate a memorable debut from Triple H if he decides to bring Fatu on board. He might be positioned as a big ally or opponent to the Bloodline, depending on the storyline. There would be no question that Fatu's entrance would cause a stir, bringing a new dynamic and a surge of energy to the WWE roster. Fans have been split on Fatu's potential role in WWE ever since reports of his possible contract started circulating. People have different opinions about him. Some think he would be perfect to join the Bloodline with his family, while others think he would be a threat to the organization, causing divisions or maybe even a plot against Roman Reigns. Fans are eager to see how Fatu, with his power and adaptability, can change the WWE landscape. Speculation abounds on social media as fans express their anticipation for Fatu's WWE debut, while also acknowledging the potential complexity of the situation. Some fans think Triple H is waiting for the right time to debut Fatu so that it fits in with WWE's bigger storylines.